Forward on this. All right. We are ready to go. Welcome, 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 welcome to week number 2. We have, like we had just said, we went through week number 1. Last week, what we were talking about is visualization, right? We was talking about visualization and how it is important to visualize the end goal. Okay. We was talking about how it's important to visualize the end goal and also have intentionality. Now, we had said that a lot of the people who came into this year was talking about, I'm going to be intentional. But there were 3 things that I talked about last week that goes with intentionality that are important. And that was number 1, that you have to own where you're at right now. Okay. So when we're talking about intentionality, you have to own that space. You have to know exactly where you're at in that moment and in that time. And then from there, number 2, okay, we got to make a plan. So we got to be intentional by owning where we're at. Okay. And a lot of people lie, right? They lie to themselves about where they're at, and they never can get to where they're going because they don't really tell themselves where they're at. And that is the reason why in this challenge here, we weighed you. We made sure that we got the pictures, okay? We made sure that we got the tape measurements so we know exactly where your biomarkers are at, and so that we can visualize where we're at to where we need to go. So you know exactly where you're at. You know, sometimes we don't really look at it ourselves in pictures or in the mirror, but once we really see, like, oh, well, I may need to work on this part or work on that part, you know now, and you can own exactly where you're at. Okay, so then we have to make a plan. The plan is already set for you. Okay, that's number 2, making that plan for and visualizing that end goal. And then number 3 is stay consistent on the plan, right? But then that is one side, right? That visualization and being intentional. And then this week, what we're talking about is, okay, yeah, taking that vision and then actually becoming the new you. Okay. So this week, we're going to go ahead and change the focus from visualizing to actually becoming. And we got a little acronym that we have here, and that is become. And it starts off with believing. Okay. So we need to believe that, first of all, we can do this. We need to believe that this program is going to actually help you achieve what you want to achieve. Now, I still feel that there are some people in here that do not believe, okay, 100% wholeheartedly that this program can get them to their goals. Maybe it's because that, a long time ago you did another challenge, right? And it didn't get you but to lose so much weight. Maybe it is because you tried a lot of different crash diets, and those things didn't work out before. I don't know why. Maybe it's just you have what we call automatic negative thoughts. If you have been around any um any of these motivational speakers, they talk about these automatic negative thoughts that will creep in as soon as you try to do something great, right? Well, what I want you to do, okay, is really take that mindset, that old mindset. Well, if I don't, let's 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 just take that off, and let's really envision. That's number 2. Envision where you really feel you can be in 6 weeks. And that may be, but envision where you really feel that you can be. So you need to believe first, okay? Envision, and then we need to hit that commitment. And when we say commit, we want you committing, okay, to that nutrition, to your stress management. So you have to keep checking into yourself, okay, and your fitness, okay. Most of y'all, I'm gonna say most of y'all, maybe about 90% of y'all have been coming 3 days a week. Some of y'all has already hit 4, or going to hit 4 tomorrow. So that's what we said. We want you to commit to 3 to 4 days of working out. And I really feel that if you do that, and then number 4, you organize yourself. You get yourself organized, meaning that you are planning. You are planning for success. Okay. All right. You are planning. You're going to be in a great setup so that you can become the new you. Okay. But that means that you have to plan starting this weekend. Now we're moving out of week 0 into week 0 was the flush, which is week 1. Okay, we're moving into week 2 of the Pinnacle Transformation Challenge, and you still got a plan, guys. It's not that, oh, well, shoot, I did the flush, and I'm just going to just eat something here, eat something. No, 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 no. That was just the beginning. Okay, you're going to have to plan probably even harder this week. Why? Because you're adding in different foods. You're adding in more foods than the week 1, because week 1 was just easy. It was like, okay, I'll just eat this or this or this or that. Okay. So you're adding in a little bit more to what you're doing. So now it's really important to organize. And then we got to take action, right? We got to move. Okay. So once you actually plan this out, we got to go to the store. We got to get the food. We got to make sure that we go and get our workouts, right? We got to go and get those workouts in, all right? And then we got to embody this. We have to um just embody this whole process and just go through it, in which, like, okay, this is my new normal. This is my new normal. I'm showing you a picture on the right side here. This is from our very first challenge, guys. Very first challenge at Pinnacle Fitness Center. You see that 2010. I have these pictures, okay, from 2010, from our very first challenge. I think we had went out to Olive Garden afterwards, and we celebrated, and we gave him a certificate and everything. This is Keith. And you see, he was at 208 pounds, and in 6 weeks, was at 195, 29%. This man dropped 10% body fat, and that was because he became the new Keith. He became the new Keith by going through this process, believing, envisioning, committing, organizing. Like I said, planning, guys, moving on it, and then embodying this. He got. I'm telling you, if you embody this, it's going to be like a snowball. You're going to get better and better and better every single week. You're going to be more committed every single week if you embody this thing. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited. All right, becoming the new you. Okay, becoming the new you. I want to tell you a story about Charlene. Okay, so Charlene, and I'm going to let her tell her own story in a moment. But Charlene went, she said, from flab to abs. That's what she said herself. David, I went from flab to abs. And she came, and she was initially, she had lost, let's say, maybe about 13, 14 pounds initially. And then when she did a challenge, she had actually lost additional like 17 pounds. Okay. So she had got stuck. And a lot of us, we lose some weight. Y'all may have lost some weight before you came to Pinnacle, and then you got stuck. She had got stuck, and then she did our nutrition plan. Okay. So the Pinnacle nutrition system, while she was doing the challenge. Now, I told you guys, The challenge packet is great, but it's not the customized nutrition plan. Okay, so now if you look on the left side, you look under her arm, you see a little bit of fat right up under that bra strap there. Okay, so you see this little, and a lot of people have this, right? Oh, I hate this. I hate this, David. This fat back here. Now you look here on the right side, you got an ab line. You went from flab. She said I went from flab to ab, and that is what we want for you. She lost, like I said, 17 pounds in 6 weeks, y'all. You can do it too. You can do it too. It's relative, okay? All right. What they say, results may vary, but you can do it too. All right. And I'm just going to let you hear a little bit of her story.
Pinnacle Fitness Center.
Ooh,
And
this
I'm
is
here with
old.
Charlene. And she's one of our clients at Pinnacle Fitness
Look at
Center.
that old
She's
logo.
going to tell us a little bit about her experience at Pinnacle Fitness Center.
So when I came here last August, I was running a little bit, but I had tried, hot yoga and CrossFit and you name it, I've done it.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something to really like challenge my body, to have a workout that was different every single time, that made me sweat every
Yeah.
single time. And I found it here at Pinnacle.
Oh, yeah.
I did it for a couple of months, but then the school year started, and then I picked it back up in March, and I've been coming 3 to 4 times a week. And it's been amazing. David here helped me, work definitely here hard at Pinnacle, but then also at home. He helped advise me on cutting back my starches and upping my water intake, upping my protein, and helping me with portion control. And that right there, like it just changed the whole game. Like I have never felt so good in my entire life. Like I've lost 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
It's crazy. 30 pounds. And I was 31% body fat. Now I'm at 25% body fat.
Woo.
And I've lost inches, like inches. It's been amazing. And I just love coming here. Every single time the workout is completely different. My heart rate is always up. I mean, just last Saturday, we burned 995 calories. I mean, 995 that day, that's amazing. And again, I've been coming, 3 to 4 times the past 3 months, and my heart rate is still going up.
And that's just wonderful. And it's just a testament, Charlene, of what you have been doing. Your discipline, your commitment level here, not only here, but at home, has helped you to lose that amount of weight. And we want.
All right, so that's just a short testimonial of Charlene and what she had went through. And but there she go again. But basically, what we want to do is that, like I said, help you become the new you. And the way you're going to do that is first through our fitness. Okay. Now, you've been coming. All right. Some of y'all, I have seen y'all increase in certain things. But these are the things you need to increase in. You have to increase in your intensity. Okay. So you need to increase in your rep range, okay, your rep volume for your time sets. So let's just say you're going at a moderate pace, right? And it's 30 seconds and you're doing bicep curls. And typically you would get 15 in. Let's try for 18. Let's try for 18 reps, right? Or whatever it is that you are doing right now. Let's try to get 1 or 2 or 3 more, and we'll increase in that rep volume, right? We want to increase your weights. Some of y'all need to bump up. I've seen many of y'all bump up, and that is great. But intensity, your weights, we need to increase in your reps, okay? All of those things. And I really want you to focus on keeping your core tight while you're doing this. Okay, so let's not lose form while we're doing more intensity. Let's not lose form while we're doing more reps and what have you. And then pushing to the beat, guys. When we want you to push to the beat. I want to see that intensity. We already are cranking up the intensity. Y'all probably already see it's like, oh my God, today was like tough. But I want you to crank up the intensity yourself as well. And then we can do a little extra at home. Like I said, again, you definitely run a little bit, do some core work, and just do more so that you can get more out of this challenge. Okay. All right. Then guess what? We're going to help you become the new you like Sari. Look at this. Y'all didn't know. I told y'all I had a surprise for you. Y'all did not know. Sari started here in 2014. It's been 10 years. Sari is our lead trainer. Look at her. Okay, the lead trainer. She started here and she was probably around 30% body fat, dropped down to 23% body fat, and is our lead trainer here at Pinnacle Fitness Center. Yes, we can change not only your body fat, we can change not only your weight, we can change your life. Okay. She became a trainer. She changed her whole profession, guys. Y'all, she changed her whole profession by coming to Pinnacle Fitness Center. All right. So back in 2014, when she came in on a Groupon. I know some of y'all remember Groupon, y'all. You know, and she came in on a Groupon, just wanted to just try us out and stuck it out. And then she came to me and said, "Hey, David, I think I want to get a Pilates certification. Are y'all interested in doing that?" Yeah, we could do that on the weekends. I'm only training here by myself. I would love to have somebody else. So this is her first class on the left after she was doing her Pilates, right? On the left side, that was her first class that we took a picture of, right? And after she got her Pilates certification, then she went on to get her personal training certification, went on and got her nutritionist certification, and she is the lead trainer here. Like I said, becoming the new you, you never know how far you can go when you really put your mind to it, guys. I hope that if that encouraged you, leave something in the chat. If that encouraged you, leave something in the chat so that we can see there. All right. All right. So becoming the new you takes nutrition, guys. We got to pre-plan our meals. Okay. So we pre-planning our meals. We're talking about, having all of the meals pre-planned, your breakfast, your lunch, your mid-afternoon meals, your dinner, all of those things pre-planned so that you can have success, right? There shouldn't be any hiccups. There shouldn't be all of these, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna eat at dinner. You got your meal planning sheets, okay? Use them so that you won't have any ambiguity when it comes to sitting down and putting things on your plate. Let's go ahead and pre-plan that today. Prep days. We need to have 2 prep days. We always say Sunday is one, right? Because that's our rest day, right? That's God had given us a rest day. We need to use it, but we also need to use it to prep for the week. So we're going to prep our food, okay, on Sunday. All right. So that'll be one. You could use Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as another day throughout the week where you can prep your foods. But we need to have at least 2. Some of y'all may have 3. Great. That's great. But we have to have at least 2 prep days. Get those prep days on the calendar. Actually block time off. Let's say if it's Wednesday, block an hour and a half off. How do we prep? Where there's a sheet in there that shows you how to prep your food. Okay. You can cook a meat and prep a meat. Maybe, season some meat, put it in the a refrigerator, and as you're cooking maybe some salmon in the oven, and have some green beans and some steamed carrots, and maybe sauteing some bell peppers on the stove. Okay, doing those type of things so that you can grab and go throughout the week. Lean and green at night, guys. we have to stay lean and green at night. It's important to be light at night so that when you're going to sleep, your blood sugar is not spiked. If your blood sugar is not spiked, okay, it will drop, and then you will go through a process like I call it. Like I say again, it's called gluconeogenesis, and that is where you're going to be burning fat throughout the night. If your sugar is spiked, like you're eating a lot of starches at night, then guess what? You have to go through this process where it levels out, levels out, levels out, levels out, then drops. Well, if you never spike it, then it just drops. And you're going to be, some of y'all will wake up a whole pound down in the morning, maybe 2 pounds down, because you're burning calories throughout the night, especially on a workout day. So let's stay lean and green at night. If you have to have a little bit of starch, okay, just throw a little, spoonful of brown rice, taste it or whatever, just so you can have the taste. But you want to use your starches more in the midday, y'all, more in the midday. Okay, plan around your protein. Okay, so some people are doing meats, some people are doing more veggie-based proteins, some people are doing more fish or what we call seafood-based proteins. That's fine. But plan your meals around protein. You have to have protein in each meal right now, okay? Each meal. Yes, because some meals, maybe I don't feel like eating protein. Maybe, okay, maybe a meal or two off, that's fine. But for the most part, you want to plan your meals around protein so that you can have the adequate amount of protein in the at the end of the day. David, how much protein should we have? That is where it comes in with learning more about you. That's through our customized nutrition plan. We're going to talk about that more in a moment. And when it comes to protein, okay? All right. And then don't eat after 7. Don't eat after 7. The earlier you can eat and allow yourself to burn your calories, the better. Okay. So if you can, let's say, finish eating at 5:30, and then you don't eat your next meal at 7 in the morning, man, that is like superb. Most people start eating at 6:30, they end at 7. Sometimes you may be late at night and you came home from a game and it's 8:30. That's fine. You could just do what you have to do, but the other days try to eat and finish up by around 7 o'clock. Okay. The other days try to finish up around 7 o'clock. All right. So that's what you want to do there. All right. We need to start planning today. Start planning today. I'm gonna open up something here. And can y'all see my screen still? We're good? All right, here we go. So what we're going to be doing, tier 3, I'm gonna just go with a tier 3 omnivore here. All right, so this is one of our nutrition plans. Some of y'all may or may not know, have not seen any of our nutrition plans. We have one of the most comprehensive nutrition plans in history. It's just so great. We have a great nutrition plan and we have put a lot of time into it. So let's just say that you're a tier 3 male, and I know none of y'all are tier 3 male, so I'm just gonna put it out there. So a tier 3 male would be a large male, right? Somebody that would be a big male. But this can also go for those who are on a nutrition plan. If you're on a nutrition plan, y'all, you're going to make sure that you vary your protein or vary your meals by the insulin time frames of your the insulin levels throughout the day. So your insulin levels are higher at two levels, lunch and at dinner. That's why you eat heavier at lunch and at dinner, right? So what we want to do, right, is that we get in our more protein during those times and then less protein during our meals 1 and meals 3. Okay. But our carbs, same thing, less carbs, more carbs during these times, right? All right. Then, of course, you want to, add in your protein shake on your resistance days, okay, or more protein. You should have a vary. You should have a range. On your resistance days, you should have a higher amount of calories. On your non-resistance days, you should have a lower amount of calories, right? Okay. So, all of these things that are in the plan, they will help you exactly know exactly where you're supposed to be. If y'all eating watermelon and pineapple, y'all are way off of what you need to do. We have our glycemic index chart. We have food lists. We have our meal plans telling you exactly what you'd be needing to do so that you can get the most out of your plan. So if those who have not gotten a plan, this is what it will look like. If you are, remember, the plans are on discount right now. And what we had started off, if you can see, you remember, we started off with week 0. Okay. We started off with week 0. And that is everybody started off what we would do on the plan. Okay. So y'all are all included on what we would do if you had a plan in your hand. Okay. So some of y'all do not know exactly your macronutrient totals, your calorie totals, all of those things, and y'all like, man, I wish I knew that. If you get a plan, it's going to explain everything to you, everything that you ever needed. It's going to explain, even it's going to explain how to put together a perfect smoothie. And then also how to choose healthy meals when you are going out and about. It's going to explain all of those things to you, okay, in this plan, okay? All right. So, if you're interested in that, I want you to reach out to me. We got a special for you, and we can talk more about that. And I am going back to, we're going to stop that, and we're going to get into some into some questions. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you have questions right here, please let me know. I hope that this particular Zoom call was a something that really encouraged you. We wanted to encourage you today because I feel that many of you are just right there to having a breakthrough. I'm going to be talking also about our new supplement that is going to be coming in. We have a line called Enzymedica. Enzyme Science is I think the parent brand of Enzymedica. They're the #1 selling brand of different type of enzymes, and enzymes help you to break down your food and assimilate them into your body. Now, you have mastication, right? Then you have you have digestion, and then you have assimilation, and then elimination. If your assimilation is off, okay, then you will not get all the nutrients out of your foods. You won't break it down. You'll have gas. It will cause you pain. Okay. Some of y'all may have had some pain this week. Okay. Some of the cruciferous vegetables can cause, they're high in sulfur. They can cause different pain, like some of the ones like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. Some beans can cause irritation because of the lectins, the dietary lectins in them. There's a lot of different things that can cause you issues where you could just be in pain. So these enzymes are going to change your life. They're going to help you with, inflammation. You feel like you're always bloated here. That's going to be gone. My wife takes them. I take them. Okay. It's going to help you with gas. It's going to help you break down your food so you can digest better and assimilate and get the most nutrients out so that you can burn fat. Guys, I am so excited about being able to partner with them. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm so excited about it. And that is coming to Pinnacle. Questions. Y'all can actually unmute yourself if you have questions about this week coming up, and we'll answer your questions for you. How'd you like the presentation? Seeing Sari. It's good. We good, we good, we good. Any questions? Anyone to just make a comment? Hey, good, go.
Hey, David, it's Kathleen. I put this in the chat. What are the healthiest carbs you would recommend to eat besides like veggies and fruit, like for lunch? Is it quinoa or is
Okay,
quinoa
yeah,
better than
quinoa.
rice?
Yep. Quinoa, that's the starches. You definitely don't want to do white rice. Those are going to be a little bit higher in value. So there's different types of sugars the different type of starches break down according to the starch level, okay? And the type of sugar that you have in certain foods. So you have two types of starches. You have amylopectin, okay, and amylose, okay? And so those starches depend upon, what you are consuming. Those starches break down into glucose. Some of them break down into glucose very, very fast. So like some of the things like maltose, which is high in malts, let's say, gluten and stuff like that. Maltose is a sugar that breaks down into glucose directly, very fast. And it's like that white rice, it's like, boom, it will break down into white potatoes. Those things will break down into glucose very, very fast. It's like, man, I would think that it would break down slowly because it has a little fiber in it. No, it's just the way that it is comprised. And when it hits your gut, it's like it breaks down into sugar. So what you want to do is have more, like we said, of the vegetables, just a little bit of the starches, but quinoa is great. Quinoa has a lot of fiber. Quinoa has some protein in it, and quinoa is you can flavor it how you want to. Like, you could put coconut oil in there, a little bit of salt. You can put butter in there. You could put chicken broth. You can flavor quinoa how you want, and it will taste whatever way you want to taste it. Want it to taste like. So I like quinoa. That's one starch that is good. Of course, black rice, wild rice, those are great as well. It shares more if y'all interested, like I said, in the nutrition packet, it shares more about what are the best starches. Sari's inspirational. I am so happy that you think Sari is so inspirational, Sharon. I told you y'all we was gonna have a great, story today, and that's what I wanted y'all to know, that Sari went through the program. She went through the Pinnacle Nutrition System, like some of y'all, and all you got to do is just follow it, guys. You just got to follow it. Even if you're just doing the packet, I've shown y'all more than I've ever shown a lot of people, shown y'all parts of the program. A lot of times we don't share parts of the nutrition, but I'm sharing with you these things because we want you to have success. Okay. So yeah, I'll share a little bit about the Pinnacle Nutrition System, but we want you to have a success. Listen, you guys, y'all have the keys, y'all have the tools. Just get to it. Get going. Get going. I know that if you continue just on your path, you're going to have such a great success in this. What are my thoughts on tofu? So tofu in moderation is great. You could definitely organic tofu. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna get a sheet, okay? A sheet in which I'm gonna put different types of proteins where I'm gonna send out where, vegetarian proteins and different things where you can take a look at and you can, uh, save those things so that you can see the brands and things that I recommend. Okay, so tofu is fine. But tofu is still high in fat. So if you're having a tofu meal, don't put beans by it. You need to be like tofu and like greens, like tofu on a bed of asparagus and onions and bell peppers and mushrooms, that sort of thing. When you have tofu, it's still like a bean. So it's starchy and it's fat. So if you're gonna do tofu, you want to put it on a bed of green, nothing else. So you're not really gonna be doing too much starch with that. Maybe a teaspoon, a couple of teaspoons of brown rice. That is it. All right. All these different things like, oh, I'm eating healthy. You see all these different things, and they have a bed of rice and all this tofu and all this, a little bit of green. That's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have more green than anything. Okay. So if you're gonna do it, let's do it right. Good. Any more questions? I'm loving it. Keep it coming. Yes, 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 yes. I'm loving it. I'm so happy that you guys soilless tofu might work better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yep. They do got the soilless tofu. And I gotta I'm going to I saw one of the soyless tofu that I think I'm gonna recommend on that sheet that I'm gonna give you guys. So that's gonna be good. I love it. I love it, guys. Any more questions before we jump off? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Well, hey, it was such a pleasure being with you guys. Like I said, I do have this recorded, so we will send that out. And hey, just keep trucking along. Go ahead and turn in your progress reports and get the planning. Let's get planning and let's get going. I'm so proud of you guys. We'll see you soon.